Good evening. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned. And, well, we're going to be having a fairly big episode today, but first let's see what the new day has to bring.
New hired swords are available.
Let's see, Miss Lana is recovered, so she's back in action. Trevor has also recovered from their maimed hand, so they're back in missions again. I currently took the time to teach Michael Visor Strong Blow, just so that he would have some additional skills to bring to the field while we had a full party. Let's see, Brymere has recovered from a concussion, they're back. Valentine has recovered from impacted vision. We have 3 warriors that are still receiving treatment for their injuries, and we have some new hired swords. So that is great. So yeah, there's these 2. And today, we've got the whole party, just actually before... Ooh, that was almost a mistake. Okay, just first things first, let's just... Wait, where the hell is... I swore we gave him... See, that's that sword, that's that sword. Okay, I guess we gave him a... different, I guess we... Okay. So, sorry for the rambling, I just... For reasons I completely forgot, it seemed like we had misplaced some of our items. Well, if nothing else, we can at least have Conrad have a better hammer. Let's see, who else is there? So you've got good rare quality cloth, so do you. Let's see, you're good. Not much in the way of better quality weapons we can give you. Are you? You're recovering. Good. Okay, we can give you some... Yeah, that would... Actually, wait, hang on. That works better. That works a bit better. Sorry, I forgot to go through and do people's equipment before we began, but... Let's see, wasn't you? Who was it? Ah, current brand. Let's give some better quality clothing. Okay, because that would just increase their dodge chance a little bit. But yes, the main reason that today is going to be a big day is with our party at max strength, we're going to go assault a bridge. So, this is what we've got. Let us... Actually, just making quick... Doubly sure, I'm just looking through everyone's stuff to make sure that they're actually armed and ready for anything that can happen. Because we had a slight mistake last time when we forgot to make sure that Mr. Troves had melee.
We have been given a handsome reward by Baron von Leitdorfer. He is greatly pleased with the book you recovered for him. He is certain it will help to settle his dispute with the Duke. At the same time, the Baron's messenger brings us dire news. Someone, or something, is intercepting the barges going downriver to Beckhaven. Only about a third of the wordstone you've been collecting has been reaching the Baron. Obviously, this is a situation we cannot allow to continue. The wreckage of the barges has been found floating down the river, so we know whatever is striking them is interested only in the cargo, not in the boats. That makes me think it isn't simply river pirates, as they'd see the value in salvaging the barges too. I suspect it is somebody ambushing the barges while they are still within the walls of Mordheim. The best place to spring such an ambush would be the middle bridge. That's where I would lie in wait if I intended to hijack the cargo. Bandits or pirates, whoever is hitting the barges, must be strong, as the Baron has been sending guards with his cargo. We'll have to be careful when we make our thrust against the middle bridge. My scouts tell me there are big loading cranes on the bridge. That could be how they're offloading the cargo. We'll have to be certain to sabotage those when we make our attack. And if we can recover some of the missing wordstone, I'm sure none of us are going to complain about earning a little extra gold for ourselves.
Alright.
A new round has started.
Oh look, it's a Chaos Warband. Who would have guessed? Very aggressive Chaos Warband. I mean, they literally send a full-on possess at us right off the bat. Still, the plus side, if we can kill him now, they're not going to be, even if we started massacring the rest of their warband and they started getting reinforcements in, they would only get henchmen. They wouldn't get another possessed like this. So him being dead would be a good thing. But let's see, let's have a look at our objectives right now. So we have to keep Luther alive, which is pretty standard. Kill Thag the Ogre. Ooh, this could be nasty. Because in story missions, it is fully... I have encountered this with other warbands, though not strictly speaking this one just yet in story missions, but some... In story missions, it is not impossible for there to be a Chaos warband that has a Chaos Ogre, which can be problematic, to say the least. Oh look, it's a Norseman. Just making sure Luther isn't too far ahead, because the last thing we need is for him to have an accident. I might as well grab just a free cluster while we're at it, because it's there. Let's see, Marauder, Mutant. Let's start with the Marauder. And his chest with a freakishly large number of eyes. Well, the attempt was made, if nothing else. Because we came quite close to getting those shots off. We were just off by a couple of... by very little in the way of numbers. Uh-oh, he's got a longbow. However... Ooh, Ouch. Okay, that's gonna have to be dealt with as quickly and painfully as possible. Hello, I do believe this is one of the cranes we're after. And oh look, it's got one of our objectives on it.
New objectives added. Objective completed.
And while we're at it, we might as well sabotage this thing.
Objectives updated. New objectives added. Objectives updated.
Crate full
Objectives
of
updated.
That's one. That's one, plus the crane being down, and there's apparently 3 more of the damn things that we need to worry about. Oh, we got an achievement for that. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but see if we can actually get a shot. There he goes. Seeing while the enemy is having their turn, I'm just gonna have to quickly check. Sniper's nest. Perform a ranged attack on a target 9 meters lower than you. So that's what we just did there. Let's see, arbands. As useful as these would be, none of our people actually use them. Which I'll admit isn't the worst thing in the world, but they are somewhat useful. And we'll let Scythe likely take a charge from Bjork. Or charge Bjork. Either or. Keep in mind that the way that Scythe has been set up, he is designed to be able to take damage. He's designed to take damage, so seeing him take a crit and the rest of that damage in from one hero, pretty damn serious. But to be fair, if it had been pretty much anyone else, there's a very good chance he would have died. And at least the enemy are now down 2 of its harder hitting people. We're just going to take the opportunity to steal all those fancy looking weapons, run them back to our cart, and dump them there.
A new round has started.
Just so we don't have to worry about them going forward. Okay, we're gonna see if we can clog up this particular area with a very big angry ogre. Damn it. Let's see, can we... Damn, we can't get into a better position from here right now, but we can at least get a shot off. 2 very good shots off, in fact. And while I would normally prefer one of my actual more consistent party members to get a kill, because kills equal experience, and Luther, because he's a temporary party member, doesn't benefit from doing so. Removing their sniper mutant would probably benefit us. Probably be for the benefit of us all. I'm not sure what that actually did, but why the hell not? I thought just might as well use the damn thing. Okay. Okay, turns out the Alcoholic isn't blocking off as much as I would have liked him to, but... well, it's something. From the looks of it, we've also got an idea... wait, what is... ah, that's Thrag. And look, we've got Borka. Bork the Second. Okay, while we're at it, we might as well just put that there, just to make sure that we can't lose it in the event that something goes wrong. No harm in having plans with the plans and all that stuff. I'm alright, we took another pot shot at Bork. Because screw Bork and everything he stands for. And from the looks of it, they have another mutant running around somewhere. See, can't charge, but at the very least we can provide Miss Lana some cover. And I don't think our mutant friend up there actually has anything in the way of melee weapons. Or at the very least he can't really pull out of that conflict in a reasonable amount of time. And down goes Borka. Wonderful. See, we're also going to drop off some rare quality gear, just so that we weren't carrying it around with us anymore. And we will be able to better arm and equip people later on.
A new round has started.
Yes, a question that has come to my mind relatively recently, and which I should probably ask myself at some point. I should have asked at some point, as well as, of course, the rest of my fan base, is there are two arcs to each warband story. And And I'm not sure how many more story missions are still available to the human warband, to our warband here, but I'm fairly certain. I kind of have my Oh, he actually had. Actually had stuff. Weird he didn't do anything with it, but there. Sorry, back to the point I was making. But I'm not sure how many more missions are available to this first arc of the human warband story. And I was considering the possibility that if it turns out this is the final arc of the final mission for this, at least this first half, this first arc of the warband, would you like me to bring the story to a close here, so that you can witness maybe a different warband, or if you would like me to continue with. Well, there's Thrug, the chaos son of a bitch. So we're just gonna leave this here, and then we're gonna run like hell. Actually, we'll take a pot shot, because why not? Then we're gonna run like hell. And the black powder trap works, though it did very freaking little. Yeah, we will be pulling Miss Lana out of there as quickly as possible. Because I don't know the full extent of what the hell this guy can do, but he's got abilities that an ogre shouldn't have. How are you? I guess the fact that he's seems to be wearing some heavy armor is probably aiding him to some degree, though I'm not entirely sure how the hell he's wearing it. Since, well, as I'm fairly certain I've mentioned before, the standard ogre that we've got, he can only really wear light armor, at best, which he is. But yeah, it seems like... Oh wow. That mutant bugger actually managed to get a shot off, considering that he needs to roll on a D100, he needs to get 15 or more. Yeah, I'm not getting Scythe involved in that fight, simply because he will die. However, there is one minor advantage that we've got going for us. The ability Frenzy I am actually familiar with. What it does is it removes God damn it. Miss Lana's down, that's not good.
A new round has started.
And there's apparently the other wretch. Yeah, this guy is wearing heavy armor. So this is gonna take a while. Because he can actually absorbs damage a lot better than any big guy we've run up against before has been able to. Might as well take a cluster because it's there. And while we're at it, let's see.
Objectives updated.
Let's eliminate another mutant little bugger, and holy crap. Just let's have a look-see. Weirdstone Horns means that he gains a resistance to ranged, and he gets ranged and melee resistance, but I think that's, when he gets attacked, he gains bonuses for at least 2. But yes, from the looks of it, you are seeing this correctly, everyone. The son of a bitch does have 2 faces. I'm not sure what benefit that provides him, but it's freaking there. And the gun line avenges one of its own. Even if only briefly. Oh, that's not good. See, the problem with Frenzy, as I was explaining before, is Frenzy... basically it buffs the amount of damage you do by a considerable amount. By not, well, I can't remember exactly how much, but by a fair bit. Though at the cost that the person doing it can no longer dodge or parry, and cannot actually benefit from and cannot benefit from, well, cannot pull out of battle or anything like that. Which isn't great under the circumstances. But God damn this. I mean, parts of why he's so hard to hit is because he's currently engaged in combat. But still, he's a pain in the ass. Alright. I'll admit Scythe is probably gonna go down, but I've nothing else he provoked. Yep, he was pretty screwed from the get-go. I'm not saying this is a good thing or anything, but I'm just saying that's just how it was. It's just how it is under the circumstances. This is gonna be... I'm kind of hoping Scythe doesn't die,
A new
but
round
we'll see.
has started.
let's see, what else do you have? Yes. Okay, that's something that he's got going for him. He has warped blood, which I haven't heard of, but basically what this means as a mechanic is whenever our Thrug, the ogre, does any damage, he recovers 20 health. Which, granted, doesn't seem all that much, but considering how big his armor absorption is, basically he's just full-on recovering a lot of the damage we're causing him. Though we do take the benefits of the fact that he only has so much. He only has seems to only have 2 attacks working for him.
Objectives updated.
So if nothing else, where's the... Ah, here's that chest. So if nothing... And... That is a lot. Come back for you. And sadly, there's no real point in stealing that trying to steal that particular idol, simply because, well, in the event, even if we do, there's really no point, since the enemy warband does not actually have morale. Thus, they can never actually break. Alright. Join the fight against Thrug. Which, honestly, is a bad idea, since Cyclone does not do so well against big foes that can bypass parry. Still, we can, if nothing else, loot the rest of the Yeah, no surprise there. Ben Davy is gone. Ben Davy has taken a hit. Oh boy. Thrag is just gonna... This wretched ogre is going to be... Is almost certainly going to be the death of our mission attempt here. See, can we get a better shot off? Because we're here. Now, it's the best we're gonna do, unfortunately. Thankfully, Corrin's is fairly accurate. I don't want to, but we do need to... I hate the fact that we're basically just having to send more people into the meat grinder to try and deal with this goddamn ogre, but he is a mission target. And unfortunately, he is also a pain in the ass.
A new round has started.
And oh look, now the son of a bitch has decided to come out, stop just staying there and taking hits like a good boy. I'm not gonna lie, if the Alcoholic could have worn heavy armor, we would have just armored him up a long time ago. Actually, let's see if we can get a better Yes, we can get a better shot. Though not against the ogre, but if we can take out this possessed son of a bitch, that would make life a lot easier for everyone. Activate our second crane, which will bring up some of the stone that we're trying to collect as well. And we'll have someone else collect that, but right now we just need to sabotage that.
Objectives updated.
So that's 2 cranes down. Okay, we're gonna risk Luther a little bit, just so that we can try and do a bit more damage to Thrud. Because he goes down, life gets so much easier for us all. Oh, there you go. Okay, why is... probably because he's engaged. That and the main tent open wounds, but... Oh well. It's not gonna stop us from trying to kill as many of these pricks as possible. Grey-Vested is not in a good position, I will admit. I can understand why he's very afraid right now. On the plus side, at least we are slowly but steadily whittling down the admittingly awesome looking son of a bitch.
A new round has started.
Okay. I will admit I was worried there that if he had gotten a third hit off cycle, Grey-Vested would have been down, and that would have been bad. We've already lost a few people already, and it has not been fun. Let's see if we can just get rid of Rule. Because him being dead makes life so much easier. Damn it! Oh well. Oh, he's missing. He's a big freaking ogre and you have him surrounded. How are you missing all of the hits? We're just going to give Dog's Dance a try, because I'm fairly certain that if we were to try, parrying him is pointless, because we might be able to parry him, but I think his just strength is that ridiculously high that it's just kind of pointless. And thankfully, Cyclone has kept his head and is holding the line just fine. And with that crazy bastard dead, holding the line just came a lot easier. There goes Grey Vested. Not great, but honestly, we kind of suspected that he would be going down at some point. Just after he got ganged up on, he didn't have a whole lot of time left. And Cyclone is just... And while the others are currently whittling down the freaking monster that used to be an ogre, and is only questionably still is, at least
a new round
Cyclone is
has
just
started.
having his moments of badass moments of holding off incoming forces all by himself. Alright. And he is down.
Objective completed.
Praise the Lord. Praise
Objectives
Sigma.
updated.
Oh look, we found where some of the other Chaos sons of bitches were spawning. Oh joy. Okay, do you have anything good on you? Yeah, some weapons, but nothing we can really do anything with.
Objectives updated. New objectives added. Objective completed.
Not sure what this is doing, but
Objective completed.
drop the boulders in the river. I am not entirely sure why we did that, but it was done. Okay, I think there's a path down that we'll be able to, if nothing else, find out in greater detail what they wanted us to do a bit later on.
Objectives updated.
Oh look, we also found a path to this crane over here. And there's also a path down there for who knows what. Might be what it honestly might be what the... Might be what the boulders were for, but we'll have to go down there and see.
Objectives updated.
But third crane down. Only one more left. Unfortunately, there's no real point in trying to cause this particular son of a... trying to outnumber this particular guy, because these particular henchmen are immune to being outnumbered or terror or things like that, because they're crazy sons of bitches. But at least if they're outnumbered, then they have to pick what target they're aiming for. And they definitely hit a lot less harder than the bloody Chaos Troll did. Chaos Ogre did.
Objectives updated.
Alright. I could charge, but no. We'll send Conrad on ahead to do some scouting just to see if he can find the rest of the stuff we're looking for. Because he is one of the few people we've got who actually has free bag space.
A new round has started.
There's at least one less Chaos Bugger we have to worry about, which is great. And Cyclone is now free to help us clean house. See if Corin can get a kill. Yep, yes they can. Wonderful. Let's see, what is down? Well, one way to find out. Okay, that's the path we saw before. That's the green mist wall, so there's nothing down here. Admittingly, maybe if we were playing with a different warband doing a mission here, then maybe things would be different, but there doesn't seem to be anything down there. Which is weird, but yeah. I mean, it's not the strangest thing that's ever happened, so... Damn, we just missed that shot by 2. Oh well. And while it is true that the enemy warband will basically just get an endless amount of reinforcements, picking them off still means that when the reinforcements arrive, they have to go. They have to find a way to engage us. Plus, it doesn't hurt killing them off; it just means more experience for us. Okay, pushing onwards. And I should have seen that coming, and yet I did not. Well, there's the final crane. So if we go down there, turn that. Ah, hello. Hello, you sneaky spawning bastard.
A new round has started.
If I have to hazard a guess, I'm starting to think that final two boxes of Wordstone will be down in will be on the sorry, our last bits of Wordstone will be on this particular crane. Though, no guarantees there. Let's... Hang on, there's something... Oh wait, that's a crane. Okay. I was wondering why that area was circled, but it is just a crane. I might as well just give Conrad an extra swing. Just for the sake of doing some additional damage. Oh, I thought we put more in there. Guess not. See, I think that from the looks of it, they're spawned. Ah, there's one. I thought they were spawning up there, but yeah, sometimes you can be wrong. Let's finish. Oh, damn it. One more swing and he would have been dead. We could have got on with this crane. Well, he's stuck up there, which I'm a bit thankful for. God damn it, they just keep coming out of the woodwork. His name's Boldbert.
A new round has started.
Okay. One's dead. We're just gonna slowly just sort of slash and claw our way through the incoming waves of bodies until we can actually get at least someone to this stupid crane. Okay. So let's see, do you have our stone on it? Yes, you do. You've got both of it. Good. Not sure what the deal with the boulders was, I will admit, but... Eh. Honestly, if
Objective completed. Objectives updated.
If I had to hazard a guess, I suspect that the enemy had a barge or something it was using to intercept us, and, well, we just sunk it. Okay, not 100% sure where the opposition is, because I'm not sure where they're spawning at the moment. But... that's a... wait, no. They're dead heroes. Yeah, I'm not sure where the rest of our enemies are spawning. Because they have to be spawning to somewhere. We're gonna have to move the Alcoholic, and we can't do that until Bulbert is kissing the dirt. But he'll be doing that soon enough. The game's just trying to process the fact that it's just bringing in more reinforcements. See, you can't climb up there. Can you climb up? No, you can't climb up there, but you can kill Cabral, or however you pronounce his stupid name. So if nothing else, another victim. Let's just get rid of this thing.
Objective completed.
Take some pot shots at Frost because, well, if you're gonna be such a wonderful target, you might as well play the part and have a bunch of arrows in you. I don't think Luther has bag space for much else. Though we can pick off Luther a bit. Besides, we had to wait until I believe it was Conrad's turn, because he was the guy who had the bag space. Just skip ahead. See, unless, do you? Does Trevor have room in his bags for stuff? No, no he doesn't. Still, you can be alert for any incoming enemies, in the case that there's more after this.
Objective completed.
And thankfully there was not. Well, that was a slug and a half. Largely because of Throg. Alright, let's see what the damage is.
With the cranes destroyed and this stinking ogre gone, even if the comet spawn take back the bridge, they won't be as great a threat to the barges. The shipments of Wordstone to Baron von Leitdorfer can be resumed. That is sure to make your patron happy, and put some gold in your pocket. Speaking of pockets, I held my nose and went through the bag of loot that mutant ogre had tied to his belt. The things one does for greed. I won't discuss some of the things that brute had stuffed in there. I'm just happy they didn't belong to anyone I know. Hidden away down among all the bits and pieces, I found a book detailing marriages and alliances among the nobles of Stirland. The ogre probably hung on to it because it liked the pictures, but I'm certain we could make better use of it. The tome looks to show all the derivations of the heraldic symbols, detailing the lineages of many of the Empire's noble families. Now, I can't pretend to know too much about the high and mighty, but I'm pretty sure that this kind of information could be of use to the Baron. Maybe allow him to exploit the lineage and resultant territorial claims of some of the nobles in this area. Certainly couldn't hurt to send it along to him with the next Lord of Wordstone. Securing the middle bridge opens new opportunities for you. The Northwest District is where old Count Steinhardt's palace lies, as well as the homes of Mordheim's nobility. I'm not sure how much is left, but there might be some rich picking among those ruins. Certainly worth thinking about. A man can never have too much gold, after all.
And as we saw from that little achievement box up there, we've finished Act 1 of the Human Warband. And thankfully Miss Lana is still with us with a full recovery. Very nice. And so is Grey Vested.
The gods are with you.
Good to have you with us. Trevor got a light wound, but that's fine. So did Conrad.
Remarkable.
Let's see, Scythe, chest wound. Suffered a grisly wound to the chest. Even after recovery, this wound leaves the warrior weakened, reducing toughness and maximum toughness by 1. Not great, but ironically, Scythe still is slowly just building up injuries all over his body. And Ben Davy the Lucky proves his namesake and made a full recovery as well.
Your
Very nice.
warband is getting stronger.
Alright, pay off our bills. Okay. And just to show off the thing, we can actually, because of we're having a quick look at the veteran system. What this allows you to do is, by meeting certain milestones, you'll gain perks, as it were, that will just sort of continue on throughout the not just for the warband you're dealing with, but for all the warbands you'll play in this game. And these will carry over. So if you gather enough XP to level up the warbands here, what happens is not only will you get certain perks that will generally be of assistance, such as the fact that because we're level 9, as a level 9 veteran, one of our perks is that any new warband we have starts with 225 extra gold, which can be pretty useful. And you gain XP here by doing certain things during just playing the game, such as, say, spending various amounts of gold on the markets or completing the various acts during the campaign. In particular, we've completed Act 1 of the mercenary campaign, though we have not started Act 2 yet. And as I mentioned earlier, I think I will leave a poll in the description of this video, asking if you would like me to let the Forgetful Iron Wolves take a break and maybe start a new warband in Mordheim, or if you would like me to continue on to Act 2 to see what the future has for our plucky band of humans. But until then, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.